All right, so what we want to talk about is how most realtors operate, right? We know the average real estate agent in Metro Atlanta across the country makes $41,500, no matter what market they're in. Here today, we're in Atlanta, so the average real estate agent in Atlanta makes the same. The numbers don't lie, 41.5. How is that possible if we're in the top 8 real estate market in the country? Out of all the cities that I don't know how many cities are in the United States, but we're number 8 in Metro Atlanta. So I have a problem with that. And the reason why I have a problem with it is why I started doing these trainings for real estate agents to help them be more successful. I believe if you're in the top 10 market, you should be making 6 figures, period. So what I've spent my time and years in training to do is teaching agents how to do it. It seems fairly easy to me, but I don't know. I guess I'm one of those people, like, I'm a great copier, and whoever copies the best makes the most money. And I've been lucky enough to be around people that's way more successful than me growing up in my career. And I just copied everything that they did because that's what they told me to do. And I have a mindset that says I can do half of what anybody can do. I don't care if I don't have any experience in it. Carolyn was a casting instructor in dance. She did videos all around the world. I can't dance, but I know if Carolyn would show me what she knew how to do, I would be in the Michael Jackson videos, Whitney Houston videos, just like she was. I'd be a backup dancer in about 90 days. I just know that because I would learn from the best. And if I learn from the best, then I could do half of what she could do very easily. I'm using Carolyn because I just know that about her, right? So that's the case. So now let's talk about real estate. We're going to talk about today, why not just be phenomenal, right? How we can make as much money as we want and serve as many people as we can get to is we got to do what other people are not doing, right? So we got to do what other people are not doing. So let me share a PowerPoint with you guys. And then we're going to, you're on mute. I see you talking when you're on mute. I think you're talking to us. I would hope that you guys are coming to this meeting ready to take notes. This isn't for me, guys. I'm telling you right now, my first year in real estate, I made $78,000. My second year in real estate, I made $1.1 million. I was a solo agent with one assistant. And I'm sharing with you how I did it, what I did. The same thing in the mortgage business, exactly. When I got in mortgages, the same exact thing happened. All I did was I had access to people who were way more successful than me, and all I did was copy them because they took a liking to me because I was a very hardworking person, and people had recommended me to other people who had this expertise. And they said, Anthony, don't ask me any questions. The only way you can work with me is you have to be able to follow me down a blind alley. And if I tell you to turn left and you don't believe me to turn left, then you cannot work with me. So I told them, hey, I'll do anything you want me to do because I saw their paycheck and I wanted half of their paycheck. So this is my training style because this is a training style that was shared with me. All right. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about being phenomenal versus being average. We'll kind of get into that. Average is what most real estate agents do. It's so easy to be phenomenal as a salesperson because you only got to do 1 or 2 things. Right? This is interactive, by the way. I hope you guys aren't writing contracts right now. I promise you I won't keep you long. Remember, we do these on Mondays because Monday's the worst day to show houses to buyers because all sellers our listing agents are sitting at home, going through their offers from over the weekend, and they're going to decide who's going to get the house. So if you're out showing a house on a Monday, you could potentially be showing a house that's already under contract, wasting your time. And we all know that we have to spend some time working on our business versus being in our business. And this is working on our business. So that's why we do it on Mondays. All right, so let's get into what my big brother Almighty says, Tony Robbins, about just basically being focused. Here we go. Let's see what he's talking about.
Where will you be in your business, in your life in 36 months? Not because you hope, because you decide. Everyone in this room knows how to create. You're not a manager of your life, you're a creator of your life, or you wouldn't be in this room. How do you create your life? You get hungry for something, don't you? Who Who has done something in your life that once seemed difficult or impossible, and now it's part of your life? Who's got something in your life in this area? Say I. How did you do it? You created it 3 ways. Number 1, you decided there's something you wanted so bad that you unleashed all your desire. You became obsessed with it. If it was a business or a car or a relationship or a transformation in your body, if there's something you once envisioned and now it's real, it's because you didn't just envision it, you brought so much emotion to it that now it's in your life. It was once a dream, it was once a goal, and now it's in your life. How many have something like that in your life now? Say I.
Ah.
You may take it for granted now, hopefully not, but it was once just a vision. It may have seemed impossible at one time. So how did you do it? You started with a concrete vision of what you wanted, and you focused on it continuously, didn't you? Wherever focus goes, energy flows. You envisioned something, you got clear about it, and then you started thinking about all the reasons why you wanted it. You got excited about it. Said, this is what's next for me now. I want this. You may have dreamed about it, thought about it, talked about it. But when you focus on something continuously, something magical happens. You get insights, don't you? You overhear a conversation and you hear something you wouldn't have heard if you didn't have that outcome or goal that you wanted so badly. Who's ever come up with something, obsessed about it, didn't even know how to do it, and it just happened and it came together? Who's had that experience? Say I. So why don't we tap into that power now for your business and life?
All right. Feedback. Quick feedback on that. Power of focus. Wherever you're in, wherever you're.
That is so true.
Close.
Yes, that I'm actually really working on that right now.
Where will you be in your business and your life in 30 seconds?
So what I'm doing now, I get up about 6:30, but I'm starting to, I have a group of people that I've handpicked, and every morning at 7 o'clock, we go over our script. I realize how important knowing your script can change your business. So yes, so every morning at 7 o'clock, if anyone else is interested, but right now I have a group, but I think it's so important. I learned the hard way how important it is to know your script. So yes, so focus.
You want to share your story about?
Oh, Jesus.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
No, I'll share it.
Okay.
So as you guys know, I've been in the industry almost 13 years, never really needed a script. But now because we're switching over to bringing in people into EXP, I said, okay, I actually had scripts. They had given us scripts that we should be using to talk to people about EXP. And I decided to, I was on a call with Shelly and about 30 other people. Shelly Johnson is the person that brought me in. And they have an accountability meeting every Tuesday at 11 o'clock. So I was like, I was just on the call like everybody else, just minding our own business. And they kept on saying, does anyone want to call anyone? And I'm like, no, I don't want to be calling anyone, especially because you're doing it in front of a whole bunch of people. There are 3 people on the call. And to me, I always feel that they're the experts. And I'm like, no, I don't want to call anyone. But anyways, after they asked everybody for about like 5 minutes, I said, okay, fine, I'll call. So I ended up calling one of my agents that I'd been working with. We're trying to close the deal together. Called him up and was telling about EXP. But the problem is that I did not take my script with me. And so I started rambling on about everything else, not listening to the man, not paying attention to anything. And I bombed. I literally felt like crap at the end. And because I was so passionate about EXP, I'm like, how does this guy not want to see anything about it? But he did say, this is the best company ever. He would love to join this company, but he wants to own his own brokerage. So to him, he's like, I don't need this. I know you guys have a really good platform, but I'm not interested. So I get off the call now and everyone comes with their different, oh, Juanita, you shouldn't have a high-pitched voice. Oh, Juanita, you shouldn't have talked so fast. Oh, Juanita. I was like, oh, I just felt more and more and more like crap. So, and because I was so overwhelmed, I didn't even explain to everybody, which would have been a good learning experience for everybody on the call. that I should have picked up my script and gone by what my script said, because all the things that they were saying were all on the script, everything that they had mentioned. So yes, so
This,
I'm
so the
now
script that's awesome. So the script is the answer to the test, right? Anybody else want to have any feedback? The power of focus, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows, right?
exactly.
Anybody else? Everybody just come on now.
I liked when he said that you're not a manager of your life, you're a creator of life. That stuck out to me because I feel like these past years I've just been managing life, and I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to create my life.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Isn't that like those words are so empowering? It gave me goosebumps when you said that. Yeah.
Sorry, there's a bumblebee.
Oh, wow. That's good, Melissa. And I can tell in your attitude, you have a lot more attitude now about how you're approaching your business. And that's good because people love to manage other people's lives. I promise you that. There's plenty of people out here to tell you what you should do and what you should not do. But then, you know, I live my life a certain way. If somebody gives me advice, I just look at them and say, do I want their result? If I don't want their result, I don't listen to them. And that's what I train my kids to do. So I always try to learn from the best, be around the best in some aspect, whether it be being a father, a husband, a business person, dancing, whatever it may be, right? I want to learn from the absolute best because I want the result. I got to know that these people in our house, we have a sign. It talks about verified results. Does this person have verified results? If they don't have verified results, we don't listen to them. Investing, all crypto, all the real estate, all the stuff that we do. They have to have verified results. So that's a good technique. Anybody else before we move on?
And before that, I could tell you that Melissa is someone that she really is focused on, because she actually called me and said, hey, I need to understand how this business works. Absolutely. And a lot of people, anyone on here can call me at any time to show me that they're interested in growing this business. I could show you, you know, how to bring people into EXP and stuff. So again, or how to use all these different tools that we have. It's extremely important that, you know, we all learn how to use these tools on this, you know, focus. Again, focus.
All right, cool. Anybody else? All right, moving on. So let's get into this piece here.
6 months.
So I'm downstairs. So your number one competitor, we all know is who?
Ourselves.
It's the person, you know, I tell my son, whoever you see brushing your teeth in the morning, that's who you're competing against. You're competing, hopefully he's brushing his teeth, right? My younger one doesn't even brush his teeth. I'm like, dude, you went 5 days without taking a bath. But all right. But anyway, so your number one competitor is yourself. You're competing against your commitment, right? I mean, some of you I know Ken works out a lot. I know Jesus is dedicated to his wintertime sports, and you know, you're competing against your commitment. Whatever you are committed to, that's what you're competing against. There is no competition when it comes to real estate. It's millions of dollars in commissions to be made. How do I know? Because I got tax returns to prove it, and I had no experience. I was just busting my butt copying people, and I said, hey, I want to make $1 million. And then somebody says, well, Anthony, how much is that? I'm like, well, it's $83,333 a month. Okay, what's your average commission? All right, 8,000. All right, you got to close 10 deals a month. Very simple. Or what is the gross you know, houses you have to sell, whatever that number is to equal 83,000 a month. And so the only question is, once you know the numbers, the only thing you have to do is backtrack, say, how can you do it? Right? You can't do it alone. You're going to need an assistant. But so your number one competitor, I want you guys to understand, there is no competition out here. Mark Spain has only 3.8% of market share in Atlanta. 3.8. That's unbelievable because you guys see his billboards everywhere, right? What does that tell you? If somebody's marketing that heavy in one area and they only have less than 5% market share, that tells you his sales force is probably, he's spending more money on his sales force training, right? Because if people put marketing behind it, I mean, they're getting opportunities. Trust me, they're getting a ton of opportunities. The only question is, are they getting the deal closed? And so Mark is a friend of mine. I talked to him about that. He said his number one problem is is making sure his salespeople are trained properly, because he could technically own this marketplace. He's in Florida, he's in a whole bunch of other places, but these people just think that when they show up, because the way he advertises, that people are just going to sign on a dotted line, but they're also competing against other realtors who are maybe more hungry, who had a fight to get that listing appointment versus just somebody getting a listing appointment handed in their lap, right? So the difference is, I want you to know, your number one competitor is the person you see when you brush your beautiful white, pearly whites in the morning. That is the person you're competing against only. There is no other competition that's out here. All right. Oh, cool. All right. I did this morning. So I want this to be a little bit more interactive, and we're not going to be long today. Can you guys share kind of what you know, what most agents do when they meet with buyers or sellers? Like, I'm jaded because I've been in a system for so long. Sometimes I don't realize what other agents would do. So when an agent meets with a buyer, what do they do? We got some new people here, or Lawrence here. You guys have not been with us that long in our organization. What do they do? What do you guys have been doing? What do you hear the agents do? What happens in that meeting?
They set up a search.
Okay, so you meet. So I'm the buyer, and you meet me. Where do you meet me on the phone? Do you meet me in person? What happens?
We meet in our office.
I come to your office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that what I want to do as a buyer?
I think it depends on the buyer.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times the older generation, they like to be in person and, you know, walk through it. Sometimes Zoom works better.
Okay. Do I want to come to your office, or do I want you to bring your office to me in most cases?
If it's a seller, we'll go to them, of course.
Right.
If it's a buyer, you know, we try to find something convenient, but most of the time I'm getting calls from people in Norcross because they're looking for Norcross agents.
And you have a beautiful office, so you're trying to let them see your beautiful office, right?
I am.
Okay. Okay, so you meet with them and you talk to them about whatever they want to buy, I assume, and you set up a search. Is that correct? I mean, is that what most agents are doing? I'm asking, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what most agents are doing.
Okay. All right, Rhonda Martin, you are in Brazil. You've been a realtor for 18 years. What do most realtors do when they meet with a buyer? What do they do?
They get excited that they possibly have a client, and they ask them what their criteria is. They set them up on a search and meet them at the first house.
Okay, so that's how that works. All right. Anybody else have want to share? Is that pretty typical? Because it sounds like 2 people out of 13 said the
I
same.
think that's pretty typical.
Okay.
A lot of times you may do a buyer intake.
Okay. And what is that for us non-technical people? What's up?
Just if you go in by your form and finding out, you know, all the particulars that they may have. So, you know, if they have money to put down, where are they getting the money from? What areas they're wanting to look in, their job history, if they've been there for, you know, if they've been there for 2 years, like that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. I know you were a mortgage underwriter, so you probably asked a little bit more in-depth questions than an average real estate agent, right?
I do. I'm trying to be better
Okay.
about that.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, what's the number one? This goes for the mortgage people too, guys. What's the number one thing that you need as a realtor to be able to help a client and make money? What are the things you need? They need to be what?
Employed.
You be employed.
Motivated.
There you go. Motivated. That's a good one. So you don't have to chase them.
Approved.
Pre-approved. So they need to have a decent credit score of what number?
580.
580.
Oh, nope. I'm sorry, 620.
620. Yeah. Okay. You guys.
I was thinking FHA.
Yeah, I know you were. Oh, yeah. Anybody else? What else does your buyer need?
They need to know where they think they want, how much house they're wanting to spend,
Okay.
and
purchase
where they're
price?
wanting to look.
Are you saying purchase price or monthly payment?
Purchase price.
Okay. Which one's more important, purchase price or monthly payment?
Monthly payment.
Monthly payment.
Yeah, monthly payment. Because if I ask 13 people here on this video right now, how much is your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on $375,000? I'm going to get 13 different answers.
Yeah.
But if I ask this question, because there's something called the power of questions that says, what's the maximum mortgage payment you want to pay on a monthly basis? Then I can back them into a price, right? Because like my daughter, she wants to buy a home, and she's her first home, and she lives in Buckhead in a high-rise apartment, and she's looking at $400,000 homes, and I'm looking at what she makes. And then one day I said, her friend came over, and I said, well, how about I get you pre-approved, her friend, and her friend was pre-approved like 150,000, right? My mom says, champagne tastes.
No, for sure.
Beer pocketbook, right? My mom drinks beer, right? So something to think about, right? So we want to keep buyers focused on what's their maximum monthly payment, because if we ask 13 people here, like I said, what's the principal, interest, tax, insurance on 375? My loan officers can attest to this. They will not know, right? They won't know. And most realtors won't know. So, but most realtors do that. They do ask them, well, you know, how much are the homes you like? What are they selling for? But they leave off the next question is, what's the maximum mortgage payment you want to pay on a monthly basis? That's very key. Hope you guys are taking notes here. I'm trying to help you. The reason why I'm trying to help you, because you guys, I hope you guys are listening online. They're saying that, you know, the real estate market is going into a halt. My buddy texted me something the other day. He's a Wall Street guy, and he sent me an article, said the average price for a home monthly payment is $1,933. $1,933. And most people's mortgage payment needs to be what percentage of their income? Come on, finance people.
35.
30, just as 35.
Right? Over.
35, 36%. So if you take 1933, get out your calculator. Yep, it's time to learn this morning. Divided by 0.35. Somebody has to make $5,522 a month, or $66,000 a year. You guys with me on that? These are videos that you should be putting out on social media. So you now know, if you meet somebody, if the average home price is $1,933, loan officers, what average purchase price is $1,933 PITI? On, you know, estimate. You don't have to be 100%, right?
$295.
295. Ken, what you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say 300.
300. Jesus Sanchez.
I'm thinking more like 250.
This ain't New York. Yeah, about 300. About 300. It's around 295, 300. Hey, you said with those high HOA dues, these people trying to buy, right, Jesus? Right. Yeah. So it's around 300,000. So it's simple math, guys. 1933 divided by a debt ratio really around 36% on the low end is, you know, $5,369 a month, or $64,000, $65,000. So that lets you know, if you're talking to somebody that makes less than $70,000 a year, or less than $65,000 a year, do you have a good chance or a bad chance of getting them a home approved?
Bad.
Exactly. So I'm not saying you can't talk to them, but I'm saying you only have 1,440 minutes a day.
Right.
If you're a single person and you make under 65,000, I'm like, next.
Most people, when you ask them about what they want to pay for their monthly mortgage, they're basically, if they're renters, they're taking their rent and thinking they want to keep their mortgage at or below or slightly above.
Yeah.
They're in that range, $100 or, you know, 200 each direction.
Absolutely.
Did one year yesterday. That's exactly what happened. That's what they said.
That's always going to be like that. The good thing for us is rents are now going up.
Yep, exactly.
Equal to mortgage payments, right? But you guys got to know your numbers. You got to know that the average price in America for a house is $1,933 a month. You should know that, and you should be able to back into a debt ratio, 0.36, and know that if somebody makes less than $64,000, it should be the shortest call on the planet.
Because that's not including their other debt.
Correct. It's not including their other debt.
Yeah.
You heard it from Simone, who was a mortgage underwriter for many, many, many years. So something to think about, right? So I want to get to these questions as soon as possible with a buyer. If I'm a loan officer, if I'm a real estate agent, hey, well, what do you make a year? Oh, 60,000? I'm going, bells go off in my head like, okay, this dude's affecting my tea time. Is there anybody else on that can be on the loan with you? Yes. Oh, now we're talking. What's the credit score? Well, how much do they make? Now we know if we have a deal. But if it's 50, 55, I mean, we do have debt ratios that go higher, right? But that is including, like Simone said, with all their debt. So around a mortgage payment, around 35, 36% is probably a good number for you to stick at. So as you guys, some of you guys are not on my team. Trust me, I am on my numbers because that's how I market. That's why we have so many appointments on our team that are higher quality than most people, because they're just paying for leads. And anybody can go on a website and say, I want to buy a house for 300,000, but they make 45,000 a year. Sorry, buddy.
What about if they're debt free?
How many people do you know that are debt free?
There are some people who
Yeah.
Are
Most people have at minimum $70,000 to $100,000 in student loans.
Yeah, I'm just giving you generalities. I'm not saying that these are not absolutes, but you got to have numbers that you in your head. You got to know that most people are going to pay around $2,000 a month for a $300,000 home. That's just what it costs, right? And so knowing your numbers lets you spend your time with people. You guys talking about somebody that's willing. What does a real estate book talk about? RWA, ready, willing, and able. Right? I want to buy a house. My lease is up. That means they're ready, they're willing, but I make 45,000 a year. Oh, you're not able.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not telling you how to operate your real estate business wherever you guys are in the world, but I'm just letting you know that numbers don't lie. And the only way we can get somebody approved is they got to have income. All right. So we heard. Hope you guys are taking notes here. Please do, because what's happening in real estate, there's people that are going to get ready to get out of real estate and go back to corporate America because they're not going to be able to sustain, right? Because they're marketing to everybody versus the people that are able. Like, we want to go after the able people first and then sort the ones that are ready right now, right? That's what we want to do. So here's our step-by-step system compared to what you should take a picture of this on your phone. This is our step-by-step system with meeting with buyers and sellers. For what I heard so far, most real estate agents, all they're doing is saying, hey, come by my office or let's do a Zoom and let's take down your criteria. That's average because you got two different people from two different parts of the world said the same exact thing. That's average. So if you're average, why would I do business with you? You know, when I do seminars to real estate agents and mortgage people all around the world, the first question I ask in my seminars, I'm like, why would somebody do business with you above and beyond every other person in your marketplace? Every other person. And the stuff that they say are like, what? I've been in business forever. I've been in business for this amount of years. I work with this brand. I've closed, da-da-da-da-da. None of that is what a buyer is looking for. None of that is what a seller is looking for. That's you bragging about what you did in the past. And we know one thing, we're only as good as our last shot we made, right? We're as good as the last shot we made. So this is the system for our real estate agents, for our loan officers. When you're meeting with buyers and sellers, like these meetings that you guys are in, you need to be 100% focused. And this is the Super Bowl if you're a football player, football fan. This is the World Series. This is the 7th game of the NBA Finals when you have these meetings. This is your audition or the job you wanted, the number one thing you ever wanted in your life. This is it. There's nothing more important than this meeting that you're getting ready to have with this person. And you have to be able to show them unbelievable value, unbelievable value. So our system, what we put together was like our 9 VIP buyer benefits. Value, value, value. people, you should be adding on to those. You shouldn't stop at 9. You should have 18. You should have 27 VIP values of things that benefit the client, not benefit you. All right. So we have 9. Most of you guys use our program, but I'm telling you, you should add a couple more to those. You should really sit down with your team, Lauren, where you are in Norcross. You have a whole team of realtors. You guys should sit down and say, what more can we do for people? Always ask yourself, what more can we do? When I train you guys every week, I say, what more can I give them? What more can I do? Because the more you can do, the more value you're adding, the more valuable you become. You separate yourself from average people, average realtors, average loan officers, average salespeople, and you become phenomenal. Okay? Build rapport with people. Number 1, step 1, you meet somebody out, you got to be able to build rapport with them. What is it? What does building rapport mean? Anybody have any idea? You guys know I've been off. I'm ready to train today.
Yeah,
Finding commonality.
Commonality, right, Jill? Anybody else? J-Dub?
Being able to, the same thing, just making sure that they feel relaxed, you feel relaxed, and, you can have a really nice conversation about, something that they might be interested in. Like yesterday, the guy went to LA. So I talked to him about LA. He was like, oh my gosh, I loved LA. So, you come up with something that you both have.
Should have told him to go to Los Angeles Street, 8th in Los Angeles to go shopping. That would have been value. Because when he went there, he would have been like, wow. Right? Anybody else? What does rapport mean? Rapport.
Finding a clear lane of communication.
Clear lane of communication. Jill said commonalities.
Personable.
Go ahead.
Being personable.
Personable, absolutely. People gotta like you. Hey, people work with people they like and trust. When people say I gotta go meet with a realtor, is that a positive thing or negative thing in their mind?
It's a got to do.
Yeah, it's a got to.
Don't want to do.
Right. They don't want to do it. Trust me. My freaking inside sales team, man, I'm so proud of them. They're doing phenomenal. Customers call me complaining. It's like, they just follow up too much.
They're doing awesome. They are.
I said, who booked this appointment the other day? And then one of the insights said, oh, I did. They was nervous. I was like, this person said you follow up too much. I gave them $100 bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Awesome. In the Philippines, $50 to 1. That's $5,000 bonus right on the spot. You understand that? I'm like, that's what we want here. We want people complaining about how much we follow up. Okay. All right. Building rapport. People got to like and trust you. They don't trust us. We're at the bottom of the list with lawyers. So at least make them like you. And then as we do our presentation, they're going to trust you more. Number 1 complaint the buyers have about real estate agents is what? All they do is show me homes I can find on my own. You guys can Google this on the internet. I'm not making this up. So we present our VIP buyer seller presentation. You guys know it's benefit rich. We put benefits on the whole thing is about benefits. The same with our loan officer side. You guys should be sharing these. You should not just be doing phone calls with these clients. Remember, we don't tell. We do like the kindergartners do. We show and tell. You guys that have kids, you love when your kids create something, draw something, make something out of sticks. There you go. Oh, wow. But you go, man, they tell you all about it. They're all enthusiastic about it. They do show and tell. I guess that's why the Bible says you should be more like a child. You should be energetic and curious and all the stuff that you do when you operate out here, right? Show and tell. Don't just tell people. You guys are just being so transactional. We're being so transactional as Americans when we do business. We just tell and say, trust me. No, I don't want to trust you. You guys got to go buy a new car. Do you trust the salesperson before you get them? Or you think, all right, here we go. Time to put on my war paint. My battle. Let's go.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly what we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Know where you are on the pecking order as far as trust, salespeople, loan officers, real estate agents. You're at the bottom with lawyers. Nobody wants to go see a lawyer unless they have to because it equates to, you got to write a check. Show benefit rich documents. We already know what those are. We have our whole document system. Show off market homes. Examples. Melissa, this was got me so fired about Melissa the other day. She did every single step in our presentation. Like she didn't skip one. It was phenomenal. And it's hard to impress me, y'all. It is hard to impress me. And I'm saying she killed it, knocked it out of the park. I'm about to use it on social media and market it all over. This is how you meet with buyers. She did everything right. She even showed off-market properties, an example of them. We're not gonna, it's not show and tell till they sign on the dotted line.
Yeah.
You're not my client until you sign, but let me show you what you might get. You know, guys, I equate everything to dating. It's like seeing that other person that you're attracted to that you just never even met. You go, my God. Right?
Yeah.
It was great, Melissa. I took some notes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So show and tell. I'm trying to show off-market homes in your meeting. In your meeting, and if you're not doing this in your buyer presentation meeting, in your meeting, loan officers, if you're meeting with clients just on the phone, you need to meet with them on video. I know you think you don't have enough time, but you should be adding more value. That's what they want. Give people what they want, not what you want. Show them 3 scenarios on what a payment would look like on an ARM, through a 7-year ARM, 10-year ARM, 30-year fixed, interest only. Show them that on your computer. An example. Have it already up for a $300,000 house. Use the same one every time as an example. You don't have to get specific about their situation. Hey, clients ask me all the time, what's the difference between loan programs? Here's a 7-year ARM, 10-year ARM, here's interest only, here's 30-year fixed. This is how they all work. They go, wow. And how long will that take you? 45 seconds. Maybe you could even record a 45-second video on the differences of loan programs and play it during your meeting, or send it prior to your meeting with them via text message saying, hey, check this out so you can see different loan programs. That's adding value, right? Adding value. Okay. I'm trying to give y'all some tips. I hope y'all taking notes. All right.
Yeah,
set expectations from the agent. What's going to happen? You're going to send them daily MLS. We all know, boo, you're going to do what average real estate agents do. You're going to set them up on a drip, and you're going to wonder why they can't find homes, and you're going to blame them when you should blame yourself. And then you should let them know twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, you're going to send them links to off-market homes. And those are the days, Mondays and Thursdays. Why? Because on Mondays, you don't want to show houses, and you should be showing houses Tuesday through Friday. You should try to get all your contracts written. Right? Loan officers, you can set up a Monday or Thursday meeting for all the buyers in our database, showing them how we finance, I need to take a note of that, how we finance investment properties. With credit score, your income doesn't matter. DSCR loans, right? Let me add that. That's a tip. Thank you, Lord. Let me add that for myself to create a video about that.
You said that's called a CR loan?
DSCR. DSCR.
Okay.
Debt service coverage.
Ratio.
And then you could add value, loan officers, by giving this video to the 200 realtors in our database and showing them how the DSCR loan works. And next thing you know, you got a flood of investor loans. Because we just tell them it's a 700 credit score, that the property, as long as the rent equals the payment, that we don't need income documentation. This is probably about a 30-second video that we could be sending to our database on a regular basis to get more loans, adding more value, allowing them to go after more clients, because people like Melissa said, what kind of loan is that?
Yeah.
Only reason she doesn't know is because loan officers don't know it, right?
Real estate investing program.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So that's loan officers. Think about what more value you could add to realtors in our database. Us closing loans is not adding value to a realtor. They expect us to close loans. It's our job. How are you making them better? How are you making your buyers and sellers better? How are you making loan officers? How are you making a realtor better? Are you inviting them to this training every week? Because I promise you, if they show up for this training, they're going to love it. This is not available all over. Don't assume this is available all out in the marketplace. Create a bunch of 15-second, 30-second videos about different topics and send it out to the realtors in our database of the type of loans that you want. Yeah, this loan requires a 720 credit score. And the buyer needs to have at least 6 months worth of reserves. With an average mortgage payment on investor loan is this, 6-month reserves would equal this. If you have a buyer like this, man, we can do this deal for you. Trust me. This is how you level up. This is how you help realtors be more successful. Show them how they can make more money. They say they don't have time to do stuff like this. But the average realtor is closing 6 to 8 transactions a year. They got more than enough time. They're just spending their time on non-income producing activities. So you got to
request if I can. You mentioned the green card loan program that you guys have. Can give me more information about that, because I have like a big Hispanic community that I can market that to.
Absolutely. If you guys didn't know, Melissa is Latino.
Yes, I'm half Mexican.
Speaks fluent Spanish.
I'm
If a loan officer in our company doesn't know that about you, shame on them. They should know everything about you. They should know how you go on Facebook and you did your weight loss journey. I follow all my clients. I know everything I can about them. I go on Facebook, Instagram. I try to find out everything about all of you guys. I've been on all your social media. I know what you like. I know what you don't like. I know what kind of food you like. I know Jesus loves cheese. I know all the stuff. I know all the stuff that y'all do. Okay. I know Ken likes to work out. I know Jill loves Northern California. I know Juanita travels everywhere. I know Carolyn Brown is into acting and dancing, and she goes to the lake and she loves her son. I know everything. She's a family-oriented person. I know everything about y'all. Why do I want to know everything about you? So I can add more value to you. So I can know how to train. Set expectations from the agent. Number one, set expectations from the buyer. They have to be driving by homes, Rhonda Martin, while you are in Brazil. They have to be driving by homes. Right now, they should be driving by homes. You should have, if you're good with the script, Juanita says, you can have as many buyers as you want. And we know sellers are buyers, so don't get confused. Sellers are just nothing but move up buyers. You should have 10, 15 people a week out there driving out, looking at homes and bringing you back a list of 3 to 6 of them. That's how you work real estate. That's how you make millions of dollars in commissions. If you can only make commissions on the houses that you show, dude, you're limited. This is how I went from $78,000 to $1.1 million. I was good at the script. I know how to generate my own business. I know how to tell people what to do in a nice way. Like, hey, drive by I'm gonna send you a list of all market homes and MLS homes. You and your family drive by. And you give me back 3 to 6 homes that you really love. And the next thing I know, I got 10 people bringing me 3 to 6 homes. I know it takes me 2 hours to show 6 homes. And so then I set up my showings from Tuesday to Thursdays, 3 times a day. I'm working 6 hours a day for 4 days, 24 hours. I'm working with how many buyers? 12 in 1 week. I know I'm going to write offers on 50% of the properties that they send me. 12 times 6 is 72. I got to write 36 offers. I need a transaction coordinator because that's a lot of time. That's how you work this business. I got to have an assistant to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Half of my deals are going to fall out of the 36 I write. I know 18 might go, and out of 18, they're going to fall out. I'm going to close 9 deals. Oh, 18, you just made $1 million a year. That's how I did it. Being 100% clear and honest with you guys. That's what I did. I was not out showing homes constantly to people. Then I started getting buyers agents to show homes for me and paying them out of my pocket. Then I got to the point I never left my house. And I would send a video crew to the closing table to video and get my testimonial for me. I would just stay on the phone booking appointments constantly. That's what I did. Let it sit in. So the biggest thing on this thing, set expectations, have clients driving by homes. If you don't have clients driving by homes, you're limiting your income. Okay, set a date to show them homes. Let them know we're only going out for 2 hours, guys. I'm not going out with you from 8 in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. You know how many buyers I could go out with during that time frame? It's not going to happen. 2 hours. I'm going to show you 3 to 6 homes. Boom. The next buyer, I'm going to have them meet me at the last house I'm going to show you. I'm going to take them out for 2 hours. The next buyer, I'm going to have them be at the last house. I'm going to shake them out for 2 hours. and I'm gonna show 3 buyers in 3 buyers in 1 day. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm not working Saturdays or Sundays. I'm working Tuesday through Thursday to show you houses. I know you can't get off work, but let me ask you a question in my rapport building session. How much vacation time you get a year? You guys got this. You should be listening. How much vacation time do you get a year? Oh, I get 2 weeks. Do you get any personal days? Yep. I said, listen, this is what I need you to do. This is me telling them what to do. Just like you schedule a doctor's appointment, I need you to schedule a time to go out to see homes during the day so you can beat other buyers to them, because on Saturday, every buyer's out, and then by Monday, we're in a bidding war. So can you tell your boss you need to be off for 2 hours, extended lunch, or get off early so we can go see houses? And they go, yeah, I can do that, Anthony. I'm telling you, this is how you got to operate your business. You got to tell people what to do in a nice way. Hey, on your lunch break, I need you to call me because we're going to do the loan application. Loan officers, we can get you access to some closing costs, some free money, anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. Could you use it? Yeah. Okay. Well, we only have a limited supply, so on your lunch hour, I need you to call me, and I'm gonna take your loan application over the phone. You don't leave it. Don't leave it up to other people to pay your bills. You take control of them. You get inside their head.
Create a sense of urgency.
Absolutely. You tell people what to do in your own nice way. And it starts by, this is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to do. And then you do. That's why you real estate agent, you loan officers should be doing the application for your clients. Who better to do it? Number one problem in the loan business is an incomplete app. So why would you let a buyer fill out?
And that's a fact.
Why would you let a buyer fill out a loan application? You're shooting yourself in the foot. You're causing yourself more phone calls. You don't have enough time to make more phone calls because you want to call leads and get more buyers. You want to call real estate agents. You want to call buyers. You want to call sellers. You want to keep marketing. The more people you got to redo, we Six Sigma, anytime you have a step that you have to repeat, you have a broke system. When you're on that call, boom, it's to get an application done. Real estate agents, you are there to get referrals, testimonial, and get a loan application done. That's what you're there for. All right. Hope you guys are getting this. Set a date to show homes. Let them know it's going to be a 2-hour block. This ain't going to be no all-day affair. I'm going to the bar on Saturday. I'm going to cigar bar, buddy, 4 o'clock. Me and my buddy, we're going to eat some lamb chops. We're going to smoke some cigars. That's what we're doing. Drink some whiskey. Receive referrals, video testimonials on the call. And then the pre-approval application. I wrote a set a date to show twice. So that means you got to have all these different links up when you're doing your presentation. Loan officers and realtors, you should have all these different tabs open, ready to flow through your meeting. You should be practicing this. Boom. Okay, boom, boom, boom. We're going to build a report. Here's our presentation. We got a presentation on the loan side. That's 6 slides. We got it's on our Google Drive. We have a presentation on the realtor side. Benefits-rich documents. What that may be for the loan officers is a short little 45-second clip video you can show them of the different loan types. You may send that ahead of time. Ask them, did they see it? We know the answer is no, because they didn't watch it, because they're busy. And then we go through the process. I haven't even got to my training yet. Y'all with me?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Trying to help you. You should double your income right here. Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. I know y'all so busy doing other stuff. I'm trying to help you. Trying to help you. You're gonna end this year with a bang. Whatever money you've made so far, you're about to double it.
Sometimes people will tell you that they're pre-approved through somebody else too. Yeah. And a lot of times I'll just, talk them into meeting with the loan officer anyway, because what I tell people is people always say, oh, I'm going to pay off my car. Oh, I'm going to wait to pay off a credit. Yeah. And then I encourage them to meet with the loan officer, because I'm telling them that, they'll give them a roadmap. That may not be the best course of action.
Yeah, absolutely. And the number one reason why you want to refer them to a loan officer, especially in our system, because if Jesus or Ken tell you something's going to close, it's going to close.
Yeah, you have more control.
Exactly. You can control the process. Number one reason, if I'm a salesperson, I got to control my paycheck. I gotta walk my paycheck from the phone all the way to my bank account at closing. I gotta keep my arms around it. I don't want nobody stepping outside. It's like taking your kids to the amusement park when they're little. You got to keep your arms around your commission check from the phone call all the way to the closing. Okay, did the direct deposit yet? No. Boom, now direct deposit. I can take my hands off you. But if you take your hands off, then if somebody tells me they already pre-approved, I go, that's phenomenal. The lender I work with has over 100 different lenders they work with, tons of loan programs. So if you want to make sure you got the absolute best loan program for your scenario, you should talk to them. So let me set you up on a call. You just say, this is what happened next. Hey, Ken. Hey, Sue. I need you to get on this call with me. Log in the Zoom. Because if you let them go with somebody else, I can't tell you how many deals. I'm working 3 loans right now. How many deals I get from other realtors that know me that went to their buyer somewhere else, then the deal falls apart. And we just got one the other day. Ken just got one from Florida. Deal falls apart with a 798 credit score. Really? All right. Anyways, moving on. Take a picture of this screen if you haven't taken a picture of it. Please do it. Bring out your camera and take a picture of it. I would advise you to do a screenshot or whatever you guys got to do. This is your system. This is a 6-figure system for working with buyers and sellers. And if you're on the loan side, the same thing. Just add what you can add to it. Okay? All right. This is what I put together and send people, just so you guys know. It's a 1-minute video. Be bold online and everywhere. It's called being omnipresent. I recorded this in my bedroom, sent it to Fiverr for $10, and they made this video. You guys with me?
Huh?
I didn't even have pants on, guys, just so you know. Didn't have my pants on. If you're getting homes that you can find online all by yourself, homes listed on MLS, FMLS, or Zillow, why would you need a realtor? Because you can find those homes yourself. But we invented a system here at the Anthony Thornton Real Estate Team to give you access to homes like these. Over 4,000 homes in the metro area that are for sale. But guess what? They're not listed anywhere online. They're not listed on Zillow. They're not listed on MLS. And these homes could save you anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 off market price. So if you want access to homes like these, homes that you can't find anywhere, they're rare, and you don't have to fight other buyers to them and save thousands and thousands of dollars, give us a call. You'll be glad you did. And just for giving us a call, we'll give you a certificate to receive $1,000 off your closing costs. So give us a call. Have a great day. Okay, my bedroom, send it to Fiverr, $10. Boom. I got to edit the number out, just so you know. That's my old number with my old bro. All right. So if you record something like this, then you could send it out and market it everywhere. That means you could be omnipresent even when you're asleep, because there's systems called buffer.com, which you should write down, buffer.com, that are totally free of charge, where you can put videos like this to automatically go out for you. Automatically, okay? Automatically. And if you are a part of my personal team, if you give us access to your Facebook page and Instagram, we can send stuff like this out for you automatically. Okay? You don't even have to do it at all. Okay? Moving on. Any feedback?
Is Buffer better than MailChimp, or is it along the same line?
Buffer and Hootsuite are competitors. I like Buffer because it's free, right? And you can send out to 8 social media sites at one time. So this video, you can go to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. It can go everywhere I want it to go for free.
So it's for scheduling content, not direct mail, I think is the question.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what MailChimp does. I know they do mail by the name, but I've never used it. But this is to...
Okay. They do what Core does.
Okay, remember this. Message to market to media match. Write that down. The 4 M's. Message to market to media match. Message to market to media match. What does that mean? You have to have the right message that goes to the right market, use the right media. Is it through the mailbox? Is it online? We never do only one thing. We do multiple things, and it has to match. So if you say, I want to target, like we do, I just started a campaign last week. I want to target nurses and medical professionals. So I had to create a message for that. I know my market. Why am I targeting them? Because these nurses are making 6 figures now, right? And I know they can afford a house at 6 figures because they make above $64,000 a year. I know these are potentially up to $600,000 homes, right? And loans. What media am I using? I put Facebook and traffic ads on top of all the hospitals in Metro Atlanta, and I'm getting ready to do it in Florida as well, right? So I know this because my wife was in the hospital. That's how I got this idea. These nurses are sitting around chilling at the nurse station, just going on their social media. I'm like, oh, I could be making money. I'm like, my loan officers could be getting paid right now. My real estate agents could be getting paid. And when I walk by the nurses station, I'm like, hey, how's it going? They're looking at houses. My wife, and they're trying to give me loans and houses loans, and tell me I need your cards up here. I'm like, don't worry about that. We just put a blanket, put our arms around the hospital. So when they're on social media, all my ads are popping up. Message to market to media match. So make sure if you know your market, then you know your message. Your market should be a certain demographic, credit score, income, right?
Yes.
Your media should say, well, these people that are my market who are going to get this message, where would they want to receive this information at? I know me personally, I stand by my garbage can when I bring my mail out the mailbox every Saturday morning, and I just throw junk mail I don't even open up. I just throw it in the garbage. Now, we'll tell you that people who actually, there's a way you can do direct mail, which we do very well, where people open it up. So it has to match. Always get a board. Oh, Lauren, you got a board, you got an office. So now put your board up. Who's my market? What's my message? How do they want the information? And give it to them. Right?
Anthony, did you ever record you creating an ad on Facebook? I keep getting stuck with that. What do they call it? Like a specific group, not a lot. I can't get my ads approved.
Okay, that's easy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
created a video
Yes,
about
he did.
2 or 3 weeks ago, a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. Do you have that saved in your Google Drive or anywhere?
You'll get it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an easy fix, less than 10 seconds. All right. Here we go. So be bold and online everywhere. I'm trying to not have to do a lot of edits on this video, y'all. That's what I'm trying to do. All right. But okay. So get your message out to your market. This video, if I put this on TV, this ad right here. The only question is, how fast could you pick up your phone? Tell them they can get access to 4,987 homes. Nobody's asked me where are those homes. Unbelievable. But thank God I'm ahead of you. All right. Take another picture of this screen. This is where you give people access to homes that they cannot find on the internet. Loan officers, you can go or stay, but I want you to understand this is you got to do more. Okay, go or stay. This is good training for everybody, just period. Where would be, this might be something that a loan officer could offer a potential buyer. Hey, here's a list of off-market homes for you. I don't know if your realtor is showing you, but you might want to share this with your realtor or real estate or loan officer. Share this with other realtors. This is a value add. Hey, the owner of our mortgage company also runs real estate teams all over the world, and he trains them on a high level. This is something they talked about in training where you could get a whole list of off-market places to search. This is a value add for a realtor. They would love to have this, loan officers. Promise me, they don't promise you they don't have this. If they did, I would be in their training. Okay, all right. This is a value add for a realtor, I promise you. You guys took a picture of it? I'm trying to
Definitely.
I also posted it in Slack under the EXP channel. If you're not in our EXP Slack channel, make sure you get in it. Find out how. Don't just sit on the outside, okay? All right. Now, here's the big part. Confirming appointments. Remember, you're only as good as the last person you talk to. You could be the best salesperson in the world, but if you never talk to a client, we know how this story ends. Timid salespeople have skinny kids. There's not enough food in the refrigerator to feed them. This is how you confirm an appointment. By loan officer, real estate agent, same deal. Hi, let me pick somebody's name. Hi, Carolyn. This is Anthony Thornton. Our home buyer experience meeting is Monday at 3 o'clock. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. When we meet, I'm going to show you an updated list of hundreds of move-in ready homes that most buyers never see. I'm going to supersize this. This is huge. You're going to love it. I'm going to show you these homes. We will also get you access to special financing where you could receive up to $10,000 in financial help towards closing. You could save thousands on these. Please text me back, blah, 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 blah. You're sending video text and regular text. We don't email. People who email are going broke. Kill your email, shoot it, pull it, get rid of it. Don't set clients up on a drip to receive homes via email. That's what average real estate agents do. They should be getting updates via text. If you don't have a system to text, you do, because you got KV Core. You can text them drip campaign. Even you ain't working with that many buyers. Even if you was working with 20, how long would it take you to do it? If you can't do it, hire a VA in the Philippines for $5. Reach out to Razy at AnthonyThorntonTeam.com if you want one. Okay? Have your assistant do it. You have to get your clients to show up. In our system, you guys know how hard our inside sales agents work to get people to show up. When you get an appointment, if you're on my team or in a mortgage company, you are to drop everything you're doing and say, hey, this is Ken McDonald, Jesus Sanchez. Our home buyer finance experience meeting is Monday at 3 o'clock. When we meet, I'm going to show you the different types of loan programs you qualify for, because we got thousands of them, hundreds of them. So you can get a move-in ready home that most buyers never ever see. We're going to also get you access to see if we can give you anywhere from $1,000 to over $10,000 towards your closing costs. Does that sound helpful? They go, yes. Okay, this is a reason to show up. Nobody's going to show up just because you got a meeting with them. How many meetings do you guys miss? If it wasn't for the doctor sending us out text messages, half of us miss all our doctor's appointments, especially me. Y'all with me? This is how when you confirm an appointment, say something in there that benefits them, not you. Most realtors confirm an appointment like this. Hey, this is Anthony. We got a meeting coming up to write down your criteria. What did you guys say earlier? To find out exactly what you're looking for. And then I call and say, hey, this is Anthony Thornton. I got energy. I'm on video. I got a suit and tie from the waist up. I'm a lady. I got a beautiful dress on with some nice jewelry. I got my makeup done once a day. This is Anthony Thornton. Our home buyer experience, Lauren, meeting is Wednesday, 3 o'clock. When I see you, Lauren, I'm going to show you an updated list of hundreds of homes that are move-in ready right now that most buyers, they never, ever see, Lauren. I'm going to use her name. People love hearing their name. Look at her smiling. She's trying to hold it back. She can't. I'm going to also get you access to special financing, even if you're already pre-approved, Lauren, where you can receive anywhere up to $10,000 in financial help towards closing. If this sounds helpful, text me back, call me. I need to talk to you right away because my schedules are building up. This is how you do it. Number one thing you need enthusiasm. Don't call people like a deadbeat. Pump it up, fake it. Take an energy shot. Like my public when you learn how to public speaking coach used to tell me, squeeze your butt cheeks together and enunciate. Trying to make a point here. I know you guys think this is crazy, but these are true stories. Okay. Everybody in my household has to go through Toastmasters. My sons, my wife, everybody. Because we all do public speaking. That's on the planet. It's $30 a month. Okay. All right. This is how you confirm an appointment. Add to this. When you look at this, say, hey, what more could I say? Don't do a soliloquy. Nobody wants a 60-minute, a 3-minute video from you. Remember, we all have ADD now. Everybody in the world has ADD. Short and sweet. Not, hi, how are you? How's the family? How's it going in Brazil, Rhonda? Rhonda's like, I'm busy. I'm going to go to the beach. What you want? Okay. Short and sweet. Benefit loaded messages. Everything you do, it should be benefit loaded. Video text is better than a regular text. No matter how you look. Ladies, I got to fix one strand of my hair over here. All that craziness. People want to, that's not realistic. Okay. People want regular looking people. People know you're not on filters 24/7. That's not realistic. Just be your normal self, have some energy, be benefit rich, loaded, and help people. Okay. Oh, that's the end of my slide. Oh man, that's too much. All right. That's the end for me, 1047, of making sure that you guys are getting the people access. So the last thing I want to show you is this. Because I'm one of those people that we do what? Show and tell. I don't want to leave you hanging. I don't want somebody to get out this meeting and say, well, what do we do next, Anthony? All right. So when people contact you, we market on our script that you can get access to homes that you cannot find on MLS. Matter of fact, let me just take you to MLS. How about that? Let me share my screen with you. Because I want some of you guys just to demystify some things, because half this stuff is in MLS. This is HUD Home Store. This is one of the things I gave you on the list. So let's just do this one real quick since I had it up. Georgia, this is the stuff you should have up in your meetings before the client shows up, before you show up to their house. We'll do Fulton County is one of the biggest counties in Georgia. We don't need it. We don't need Alpharetta. Okay. And remember, you want to be the person who has the homes. You don't. So the more. So there's no HUD. Oh, this is HUD. I'm running this FHA. Let's see. Let's sleep on that. And you don't want this to happen to you in your meeting, right? What's happening right now? You don't want this to happen. So that means you got to do your homework ahead of time. So obviously, there's not a lot of HUD. I said required field. Accepted property case. Okay, so let's just do Georgia. Let's see what's in Georgia. See how many HUD homes are there. All right, so here's some in Georgia. It's not that many. There are, it doesn't tell you how many. Yeah, 6, only 6, right? So here are 6 homes in Georgia: Griffin, Thompson, Monroe, Claxton. I don't know, somebody played Decatur, whatever. These are HUD homes. So let's just go to FMLS real quick, because I just want to show you in your own MLS, you already have this stuff. A lot, I mean, some of it. This is how you can guarantee yourself a 6-figure income in real estate. Guaranteed. Gotta know my FMLS password. I ain't been in here in a while. Hey, everybody okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
I know it's a lot. I'm trying to help. I want you to end this year with a bang. All right, I'm just in FMLS. We're in Georgia, for those that are in Georgia, and you guys have MLS in your state and city where you're from as well. This is another video that you loan officers could be saying, AT, let me get that video you shot this morning so I can send out to some realtors. Boom. This is another one. We're gonna cut this up and make it short videos, right? Because now my marketing department is doing reels, because all you guys watch reels right on Facebook now, right? So he contacted me last week. He says, AT, we got to make some reels. I need 10 more hours of work a week to be able to create reels for you. I said, I want the reels, but I'm not giving you 10 more hours. Fit it in your hours that I gave you. Add more value. The reels generate us business. It's just, I'll give you a bonus, but I'm not giving you more hours. For what? You already know how to do it. It's your skill set. All right, guys, that was another tip. I hope you guys are doing reels or thinking about doing reels. If you don't know how to do them, go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Have somebody create them for you. $5. All right, so let's just go in this system. I'm on one screen today. So let's just pull up Fulton County. How about that? Fulton County, right? And we talked about off homes that's not really listed, that the average real estate average buyer doesn't see. So as you see, there's a lot of different titles here about special circumstances or special listing conditions. Auction homes, HUD home, in foreclosure, REOs, short sales, corporate owner, estate owned, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, somebody has to go. Trying to be done by 11. We got 8 minutes. Okay. What else in here? That's it. Short sale. And for is 18. There's 18. There's 18 homes fitting the criteria that we just selected. In Fulton County, Atlanta, looks like they range from $1 million to $135,000. These are homes. Let's look at a few. You guys said the average price is, let's just say 369. Let's see what this one looks like real quick. Basic house. Somebody wants to live in Fulton County. This is a house in East Point that they can own. Okay. It's pretty cool. Looks like a rehab. Looks awesome. It's 369. And all we did was choose the criteria that, look, real estate owned, listing conditions. Okay. Agents that are doing listings, here's another great category to add your property to when you do listings for people that are looking for off-market homes. This is a tip. I like this real estate agent already because Shadonna Alexander at KW, she knows what she's doing. Automatically, when I see her list her listing like this, I know she knows what she's doing. She makes 6 figures, guaranteed. Or she's been to some high-level seminars about listing houses. All right. So I'm about to wrap this up. Got all kind of stuff going on. Get this out the way.
So where was that listed?
Real estate owned. She has added a listing condition called real estate owned. Right there. Okay. Special investor owned. Right? You see it?
Yes.
All right, great. So what was the criteria? Now, all we're doing on this particular search, I mean, I didn't even take to all the websites. We just selected auction, HUD, in foreclosure, real estate owned, and short sales. This was in Fulton County. There was 18 homes. That's Gwinnett. That's where I live. There's another 10. Let's do Cobb. But keep up. We're at 28. Cobb. We're at 9. 28 plus 9 is 37. What's the other counties?
DeKalb.
DeKalb. None. Okay.
Henry.
Georgia.
Yeah.
None. So we
Foresight.
got 2. We got 2. 20, what was it? 27. We got 29. Like I said, Foresight. I mean, we could just keep going and going and going and going, right? So today on Monday at 10:56 in the morning, we found 29 homes that have special circumstances if we want to be lazy and just go to FMLS. And you guys already know if we go to Zillow, it's going to even be, we go to buy, foreclosures, for sale by owner, new construction, we got it all here. All is right here. Foreclosures, for sale by owners. Gwinnett, we never search by a city, we search by the whole county. All right, you guys have access to my 7-minute video that I created on this. In Gwinnett County right now, for sale by owners, there's 51 houses for sale that are not listed on MLS. Not listed. Let's click on one of them. Because if those of you that love the script, here's a basic little house, 489,000. Let's click on it. We know the story. When we scroll down, every one of these has the owner's telephone number. If you're with me, say aye.
Aye.
Every one of these, all 51, has the owner's number. You guys have the script to call the owner. Because all you want to do is what? Can I bring by X amount of buyers Saturday from 3 to 4, or Saturday from 2 to 3, or Sunday from 3 to 4? And they go, yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, where do we find that authorization to show unlisted properties?
If you're on my team or if you're in FMLS, I'm glad you brought that up because I got to cut this out the video, but this is easy. Every single form you're looking for is, I'll open up any, it doesn't matter where they are. I'll open up any, whoever this deal is. I don't know who it is. Watch this. Click on this. Click on add document. Click on templates. Write this down. Are you going to remember? Scroll down to GAR interactive documents. Right? Can you see it?
Yes.
GAR interactive documents. Oh, there you go. Type in unlisted, some word. There it is. Authorization to show unlisted.
Right, but when I type in that, when I go to GAR, it asks for your NERDS number.
Yeah, not anymore. I had to do my CE credits.
Okay.
All right. Any form you need, that's how you find it if it's not in your deal.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So the last step, what you'll do is you will send a text to your client. You will send them a text. Remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you send them off-market properties, right? So what you could do technically is email yourself all the links from the different sites that I sent you guys, all the links from these sites, right? You can send them, you can send yourself that. Y'all with me? And then email yourself the links for Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones, and then you have them on your phone, you cut and paste it, and you type a little blurb on here that says, hey, Mr. Smith, Tuesday as promised, here's the list of off-market homes. I need you to drive by, send me a list of the 3 to 6 that you like, and then I'll schedule the for you to see the inside. Y'all with me?
Yep.
All right. You guys all have the 7-minute video. Go to my YouTube. Hope you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Doing this. I think it's on my YouTube. Off market, real quick. Let me just check for you. Click on my Google Drive. Whoa. Oh, Google Drive. Make sure you guys know you all have this. Go to your Google Drive, type in share with me. Let me share my screen back with you. When you guys have questions, put them in the EXP channel. Don't Slack me directly, because I'm not the only person that can answer your questions. Off market. All right. If you go to your Google Drive, click in share with me, and you just type in off market. Just type in off market. Enter. I've trained it so many times. Here is a 6 minute and 55-second video on exactly what I just showed you. You guys with me? 6 minutes and 55-second video, according to this right here, on how to get your buyers access to home. Be willing to remove your contingency. And they say yes, and then it. All right. So, quick recap. When you meet with a buyer, make sure you're following our steps, or at least if you're not on our team, you can do whatever you want, but if you're on our team, you better be following our steps. But it works for you because it walks the buyer down a sales funnel where they're going to sign for you at the end. The reason buyers may not want to sign deals with you is because you're not showing them any value. Because who in their right mind would not sign something if they saw value? Bottom line, no matter what story you want to tell me, if they don't sign with you, it's because you're not showing value, right? You're not showing value. So if you haven't taken a picture of the slide, this is the steps that you should show in your process. You don't deviate from these steps. Don't set a date to show first when you haven't built rapport or show them off-market homes. Don't do that. This is step by step in order on how you should meet with buyers, your mortgage side, real estate side, walk them all the way down. And then when it's time for them to sign a contract, if you show them a benefit-rich presentation, you backed it up with documents in writing showing them how you'll sell their home for free if they don't like it. Then you show them off-market homes like Melissa did me the other day. Phenomenal job. Then you set expectations and tell them you're going to get homes daily MLS via text, not email. And then you tell them twice a week you're going to send them off-market properties on Mondays and Thursdays. Why Mondays and Thursdays? Because I need you on Monday and Tuesday to be driving out looking at homes. They can drive through neighborhoods when they get off work at 5 or 6 o'clock. Thursdays, because we want to make sure that they looking at homes on Thursdays and Fridays. You want to have your whole week covered. You do not want to show houses on Saturdays, a waste of your time. Set expectations. Boom. Tell them to drive by. That's how you're going to double your income. If you don't have buyers out there driving around right now on the Monday, not even really on a Monday, really it should be on Tuesdays. I'm telling you, you're hurting yourself. This is how you can make yourself what we call omnipresent. You got 10, let's take the numbers out. What if you had 3 buyers out there driving around looking at houses? Forget about 10, 2. They were 2 buyers that went out and took their kids and put them in a car. They picked them up from school at 2:45, and they went out and looked at 6 houses that you sent them on market, off market, and you're in your office calling more buyers, trying to get them to do as many. You want all your buyers driving around. You want 285 and 85 to be full of your buyers in traffic. Imagine how many more deals you will close. Because what you're saying is, let me check my schedule, because you're seeing houses for the first time with them, which is, you should blow your brains out if that's how you operate in your business. Don't do that. You should never see a house the first time as they see the house the first time. And make sure you say that in your meetings. I should never see a house for the first time. You guys should already have driven by these homes. Because when they send me my list, what I say is, hey, Miss Jill, did you drive by these homes? Well, I drove by these 2 and not that one. Okay, well, let's take those off the list. Let's go see the ones you said you like.